For decades, Europe had a clear image of wealth. Paris represented luxury, success, and global influence. Warsaw represented something completely different, a city that was rebuilding, catching up, and trying to close the gap with Western Europe. But today, that old image is changing. A city once seen as the poorer side of Europe is becoming one of the continent's biggest success stories. So the question is Paris still far ahead of Warsaw? Or has Warsaw quietly become richer than many people realize? The answer is more complicated than you might expect, because when we compare these two capitals, we are not just comparing money. We are comparing history, opportunity, lifestyle, and the future direction of Europe. Paris and Warsaw were shaped by completely different histories. Paris has been a global center for centuries. It was the heart of French culture, politics, fashion, art, and business. The city became famous around the world for landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and its luxury industries. For many people, Paris became the symbol of European success. Warsaw's story was much harder. The city experienced destruction during World War II, with much of its historic center destroyed. After the war, Poland spent decades under a communist system, separated from Western Europe economically and politically. For many years, Warsaw looked behind cities like Paris, London, and Berlin. But after 1989, everything started changing. Poland opened its economy, attracted foreign investment, joined the European Union, and began one of the fastest economic transformations in modern European history. And Warsaw became the symbol of that transformation. When people think about a rich city, they usually think about salaries. And here, Paris still has an advantage. Average incomes in Paris are generally higher than in Warsaw. France has one of Europe's largest economies, and Paris is home to major international companies, banks, fashion houses, and global organizations. A successful professional in Paris can often earn significantly more than someone doing a similar job in Warsaw. But income is only one side of the story. The other side is purchasing power. How much can your money actually buy? This is where Warsaw becomes interesting. A person earning less in Warsaw may still enjoy a comfortable lifestyle because many everyday costs are lower. Housing, restaurants, services, and transportation are usually much more affordable compared with Paris. A smaller salary in Warsaw can sometimes feel bigger because the cost of living is lower. So while Paris may win the salary competition, Warsaw is becoming much more competitive when it comes to quality of life. One of the biggest differences between these cities is housing. Paris is one of the most expensive cities in Europe. For many residents, finding a comfortable apartment in a good location can be extremely difficult. High demand, limited space, and international investment have pushed prices upward. Warsaw has also become more expensive in recent years, but compared with Paris, the city still offers more space for your money. A young professional, a family, or someone starting a business may find Warsaw easier to manage financially. This is one reason why many people are beginning to see Warsaw differently. It is no longer just a cheaper alternative. It is becoming a serious European capital where people can build careers, start companies, and enjoy modern city life. The biggest surprise about Warsaw is how quickly it has developed. Modern skyscrapers now dominate the city skyline. New neighborhoods, offices, restaurants, and cultural spaces have transformed the capital. Warsaw has become a major center for technology, finance, and international business. Many global companies have chosen Poland as a place to invest because of its skilled workforce and growing economy. The city also benefits from a younger generation that is highly educated, internationally connected, and ambitious, This creates a different energy. Paris has centuries of history and global prestige. Warsaw has momentum, and in the modern economy, momentum matters. Of course, comparing Warsaw and Paris does not mean Warsaw has overtaken Paris in every way. Paris remains one of the world's most influential cities. It has a global reputation that took hundreds of years to build. The city leads in areas like luxury brands, fashion, art, tourism, international diplomacy, culture. Millions of people visit Paris every year because of its unique atmosphere and history. Paris also has a much larger global network. For someone working in certain industries, especially luxury, media, international organizations, or global finance, Paris can provide opportunities that Warsaw cannot yet match. But wealth is not only about numbers, it is also about daily life. Many people in Paris love the city's beauty, culture, and lifestyle. Walking through historic streets, visiting museums, enjoying cafes, and experiencing French culture are things that make Paris special. But the city also has challenges. High costs, crowded areas, and long commutes can affect everyday life. Warsaw offers something different. It is modern, increasingly international, and often easier to navigate. Public transport is efficient. The city has large green spaces. Daily expenses are more manageable. For many residents, Warsaw provides a balance between career opportunities and personal comfort. The biggest difference between Warsaw and Paris may not be about today. It may be about tomorrow. Paris is already a mature global city. It has reached a level of wealth and influence built over generations. Warsaw is still growing. Its transformation is relatively recent. The city is attracting investment, developing new industries, and becoming more connected with the rest of Europe. Nobody can predict the future. But one thing is clear. Warsaw is no longer the city many people remember from decades ago. The gap between Western and Central Europe is changing, and Warsaw is one of the clearest examples of that change. In some ways, yes, Paris still has higher incomes, stronger global recognition, and centuries of influence. But is Warsaw a poor European capital? Absolutely not. Warsaw is one of Europe's fastest changing cities. The real story is not about one city defeating another. It is about two different types of success. Paris represents history, prestige, and global influence. Warsaw represents growth, ambition, and a new European future. And that is what makes this comparison so interesting. Because the biggest surprise is not that Warsaw is catching up. The biggest surprise is how fast it is happening.